It's your boy Mike. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. Now, I have some sad news, fellas. Unfortunately, I could not find someone to do the submitted game feedback video with us today. Now, a lot of things happened. I joined a tournament. I had Thanksgiving, obviously, and so much stuff happened with schedules that it was hard to find someone whose schedule matched ours. And I will try to find a guest for next week, but I do apologize, and I do hope that you guys still enjoy the video regardless. But as per always, I actually want to start a new thing at the start. If you guys do not know how to submit the game feedback to be able to show up in these type of videos, all you have to do is join the official Gekishin Squadra server. As you can see here, you can go ahead and submit feedback by using the /feedback command. If we go ahead and go into off topic, and I was actually just explaining this to someone else earlier, all you have to do is just copy that little feedback command. It'll have a thing that pops up. You go ahead and click enter. It'll pop this chat message up. You can have your feedback be showed here, and then you just go ahead and click submit it. So that being said, let's go ahead and look at the submitted game feedback section and hop right into it. So Iru has submitted this feedback: add a mirrored map option for players, especially in tournaments that have no issues with comfort because they have to choose sides in a custom game. It removes any home field advantage as well, so players can compete fairly without playing uncomfortably. I like that. I'm a person who likes the left to right side versus the right to left side sort of feeling, and I would actually like that. That's a pretty neat mechanic that I would be more than down for. The amount of crashes is insane, needs to be fixed ASAP. This is true. I have figured out something recently that I think needs to also be looked into as well. So apparently, what the reason that a lot of these crashes happen, by the way, is that it's because of medical respawns. And when a lot of people die, like during bosses or, well, just bosses in general, the middle boss area cannot have medical respawns. So what a lot of people have theorized is that when using something like Goku's Spirit Bomb, Dragon Fist, a lot of these Gamma 2's, what is it called? The crashing, the ultimate, basically. All of those abilities that would kill a lot of people fast, on top of the medical respawns not being able to spawn in the middle of the boss arena or even the boss arena at all, and causing them to like try to find out where the nearest location to spawn is, causes a lot of people to crash. Now, is that the only reason why people crash? Probably not, but I did notice that once it was pointed out to me that was an issue that I was personally having, was because of that, right? So I do think that they need to look into that as well and see what the reason that a lot of these crashes happen. Put Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra in Venezuela, please. I need to play this. That's fair. Doesn't work for tutorial and tablet. I don't play tablet, so I can't really talk about that. Paywall Topo needs to be nerfed. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If you actually have an issue with Topo, I am really sorry. I think you need to get better at the game. There are so many things that shut down Topo late game that he should be no issue to almost everybody. If you're playing like someone like Super Saiyan Goku, who can wait to use his Meteor Hammer until after Topo goes ahead and uses his counter. If you're someone like Gotenks, who can wait until Topo starts countering to do his stun. If you're someone like Vegeta, who can wall kick. If you're someone like who's like another stunning character, I almost said Super Saiyan Gohan, who is able to stun people. Like, there's so many things that can stop Topo. He is not good. He is one of the worst DPS in this game. Yes. Yeah, I do not like Hit at all. He is a character that he's not the best support or the best technical in my opinion, but he is unfun to play against, and a lot of his abilities are like uncounterable bullshit, I would say. Like his ultimate, for example. It's just stupid. Almost forgot from my previous post. Is this all one thing? It is one thing. Okay, we can just read it all together. Some ideas to improve the star collection system. I know doing a complete rework would be too much work, so here are some ideas. Give players bonus resources. Give us 50 mission points instead of 30 for picking roles. Give us 5 points for votes instead of 1. Increase the amount of points you get when using capsules. Nothing crazy, maybe 10 more per capsule. Increase the amount of Zenny per completed bonus mission from 1,000 instead of 600. Fill empty battle pass slots with Zenny or capsules to give us a repeatable final reward in the pass, to support those who keep playing when they complete the pass. Have us earn Zenny per match, 25 to 50 if you lose, 100 if you win, 150 to 200 for the MVP to push people to try harder in matches. Part 2, the star collection path, shorten the star path to achieve better rewards. For instance, combine some of those capsule rewards into one spot instead. That way we don't need 10 levels for something slightly rewarding. Maybe make a tier-based system on how far you are in the star path. For example, someone who is above level 50 in the star path grows 50% more Zenny and memories compared to those who just started. And may scale it further for those with a higher level. Reward your long-time players more. The ones sticking around and still playing deserve at least a little bit more in the end. Wish you all the best of luck and ignore the foolish fake feedback from those who insult you for no reason. This game is one of the most fun MOBAs I've played in a long time. Very good feedback, and I try to say it as much as possible, but please do not don't insult the devs, don't be rude, don't be mean, don't be just anything negative in sort of the feedback section. If you want this game to improve and you want it to actually have some sort of your feedback listened to, you're going to have to be respectful and kind and courteous. If you're an asshole, your feedback just will not be listened to. I think that all of these changes are really, really decent. Only thing I would probably say is the bonus mission should maybe be increased. Having to pick 20 games, 30 is still pretty bad, but 50, I feel like it should just be increased more than it is right now, because 50, just by looking at it alone, you would have to play 50 times. Not 50. You'd have to play 20 games in order to get the bonus mission. Of course, that doesn't count using points and all that, but all that makes it go down to is 18 games or something, right? So yeah, I would just say that. I would say that to make it where it's not. Dude, I think I genuinely should believe it should be 100 to really, because 10 games is still asking for a lot, Almost forgot my previous post. Please increase the cap of hero memories we obtain as well, or at least slow the decay. Reward those who play for long sessions. This is true. True. Depending upon how early people give, we should be compensated combat points that give us any. It's really hard to get to 100,000 because the game and the matches are unbalanced due to the lack of bans and being able to see what the opposing team picks. Every single match is a surrender. What? Depending upon how early people give up, we should be compensated combat points that give us any. It's really hard to get to 100,000 because the game and matches are unbalanced due to the lack of bans and being able to see what the opposing team picks. Well, no matter what, I don't think you should ever be able to see what the opposing team picks. All that allows for is counter picks. I wouldn't mind bans, but I don't know. All right, a little bit off to a bad start, but let's see. That's normal. This is one of the most disconnected decisions you've made. At this point, the game feels like free to play and more like punished to play. Players grind your game, stay loyal, and are rewarded by having everything locked even harder. There is still zero communication about where Season 1 characters are being added. No transparency, no clarity, no accountability. I mean, they got added to tier 1. This needs to be said clearly. This is a MOBA, not a gacha. Every other MOBA allows players to buy characters using in-game currency instead of repeating the same greedy system you use in Dragon Ball Legends. Your recent change, dude. Okay. Instead, you're repeating the same greedy systems you used in Dragon Ball Legends. Show me in Gekishin Squadra where you have to use a gacha system to pull supporters. Show me in Gekishin Squadra where you have to use a gacha system to be able to pull characters. Show me in Gekishin Squadra that does not have a clear and like set amount of currency you have to use to be able to get whatever character you want to acquire. If you want to say it's greedy, that's completely fine. I think the system is greedy. I think characters need to be free, and I think that Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra can earn its money elsewhere. They have the summon animations, they have, or not the summon animations, they have the summons to get animations, they have the intros, they have the KOs, they have the dual KOs, they have the costumes, they have so many avenues to get money. They do not need that extra 10% of dough from getting us to pay for characters. I can agree, but when you are saying it is as greedy as Dragon Ball Legends, you are out of your fucking mind. Out of your mind if you are even getting close to comparing the two. And I fucking hate Legends. You cannot sit down and be serious and say that Gekishin Squadra is as greedy as Legends. I won't even allow you to have that argument. Your recent changes to character availability are not improvements. Nothing changes if characters are still locked behind money. You keep addressing 5% of the problem, then acting like the issue is fixed. Meanwhile, free-to-play players are disappearing because you've made it impossible for them to attain anything without paying. This game needs a complete system overhaul. Let's talk about like more stuff before we go into it, right? I can agree. We are big I am a big voice in how I believe that this is a system that needs to be updated, right? Like, we talked about it, and I can like bring it up for a second really quickly. Let me just pull it up because I was like pulling that up on the side. We are a person who has talked a lot about how Gekishin Squadra needs to change. And I'm not the only person who said it. Like, there's a lot of people who feel this way, that something needs to change because it hurts free-to-play players, that people feel punished for playing the game, that they want stuff to change, and that it's an easy fix, but the game is like losing players and all that stuff. And I understand. I'm a big voice in trying to make it where that issue is known, and I'm trying to give people ways that they can communicate to the devs, right? Like, this is the reason why every single time we talk about feedback, I tell you guys where to talk about it, because I want you guys to voice your concerns. I want you guys to voice your opinions. I want this game to improve, and I want to help you guys and myself improve that game, right? But when you like, when you just go about it in a certain way, it just pisses me off. because it's people talk about like that Gekishin Squadra doesn't listen, and they'll be like, oh, you keep acting like 5% of the problem. You address 5% of the problem, and then you act like the issue is fixed. Like, no, I genuinely, like, hand to God, think that it was an oversight that they did this, and they overlooked it, because there are characters that you cannot get if you continuously play the game, and certain characters went down tiers, right? Like, and I think it was a complete oversight and a mess up on their part, right? But they are constantly trying to listen to feedback and try to figure out a lot of the problems about the game and address them. They looked at the Zenny, they looked at the character memory, they are addressing it and trying to fix it slowly. Could it be a lot faster? Yes, but they don't want to create a system that progresses insanely fast to the point where it's too much, right? Where like every single game you get like a 1,000 Zenny, or every single game that you get like 1,000 character memory. So they like do too much. They want to slowly get there to the point of the spot that everyone is happy, right? And yes, it's going to take time, but damn, do people act like they're not trying, and it's fucking aggravating. Character unlocking must be reworked. Scrap the entire system. Let players buy characters with any. Yes, I agree. 30k for older characters, 50k for newly released characters. I don't think it needs to be that egregious. I think something like 10k and 30k max, but I don't think it needs to be like insanely bad. Shit, just make every single character free from the start. Do not increase prices every season. Gems should be the faster option, not the only option. If you want to monetization, put emotes, costumes, and skins behind gems, not characters. This is true. This is 100% true. I have said this from day one. Characters should not be something that you have to pay for. I think it should be a completely free thing, and that everyone should be able to have access to it, especially because this alone is going to be the big money makers. Emotes, costumes, and skins all behind that stuff is going to just get, it's going to be so easy for them to make money. Like, they probably already are swimming in dough right now from how much people are like summoning and all that shit. Fix Zenny rewards immediately. Every match we should get a fixed amount of Zenny, win or lose. 150 to 200 Zenny per match. I've always liked the idea that it's incentivized, like 100 for loss and then like 150 to 200 per win, just so that way it gives you like an extra incentive to win. But that's just me. Do not force players into waiting for missions or time-gated progression. Let people actually progress by playing in the game. Yeah. I don't think that they should have it where like memory fall off is a thing. It really is not like a not needed mechanic at all. Ranked and gameplay rewards. Ranked matches should always give meaningful progression rewards. The current design tells people to stop playing after completing missions, which kills motivation and retention. I've heard people talk about getting certain rewards, like gems, for example, in Zenny, when you slowly progress through the ranks. Like being able to get from E rank to D rank is going to give you like 100 gems, or like 50 gems, and then D rank to C rank is like 100 gems, and then C rank to B rank is 100 gems, and then like B rank to A rank is like 150 or something like that, right? Something similar to that, even if it's not to that extent, would be very, very cool. Even if it's like 50 50 50 100, or like 25 25 25 25 100, anything would be nice. Just any extra way to give gems would be nice, of course, even if it's not like an egregious amount. But just and giving more ranked rewards would be a cool thing. Season 1 characters and community trust. Given the current condition of the game after just one season, it's clear that the game will not survive past Season 3 if nothing changes. You must release a serious, detailed developer letter. Apologize to the community, especially the free-to-play players who keep the game alive. Allow players to select one season 1 characters through the gift box to restore trust. uh. I don't know. It's just, if you think that you should get a free character, that's fine. That's whatever. I don't want people to be a bit not unrealistic. I want people to set their expectations. And if you're expecting something like this, I think you are going to be disappointed if that goal isn't reached. Like, let's say that Gekishin Squadra on the next like update is like, we have listen to community feedback. We're going to be giving everyone like a tier 4 character to be able to get the character that they might have missed. On top of that, we're going to be changing like the star pass system to give you extra memory and all, and from this point onwards, we're going to be adding like tier 4s more throughout the star pass in order to help like players be able to get the characters who eventually do move down in the tiers, and so on and so forth. Because you didn't get like that apology, and you didn't get that like season 1 character in your gift box, like I don't know. I would just say to hold on to your expectations is all I would say. I don't know if they will do this. I do not know. Additional improvements: buff weaker characters. I've always said it. Please talk about which characters you want to see. Add more maps and gameplay variety. I think it would be pretty nice if they added more maps. I've always talked about that. I want like a 3-lane map that would have like one more, like a 5v5 3-lane map. That would be pretty cool. Improve battle pass and ranked rewards. Design systems that reward playing the game, not punish it. Final message isn't a request. This is what I mean. Like, this is like so. Design systems that reward playing the game, not punish it. Final message: this isn't a request. This is what the game needs in order to survive. Right now, the monetization, star structure, and character unlock design are actively killing the game. If these issues aren't fixed immediately, the game will not make it beyond a few more seasons. Okay. I am going to just really quickly make a small apology if I sound very like, what's the term I'm trying to look for? If I sound a bit heated for this, I really do hope you guys don't take this the wrong way. And if you're the person who left this message and you yourself are listening to this video somehow, I want to make an apology. I really do think that you have some very valid criticisms, and I think that a lot of the suggestions that you gave are very good suggestions, and I do not want that. I don't want that to be like not known, in a sense. I want you to always be able to vent your not your frustrations, but always talk about like the feedback that you want to see in the game, especially when they talk about it so much, right? I think this game would be very much improved if the stuff that happened in here was added, right? And a lot of the criticism they talk about with things like the characters and the monetizations are big ones, right? But I also hope that when you hear me be heated or you hear me be frustrated reading this message, it is genuinely because things that are said in this message is like so, it's so entitled. It's you could word stuff a lot better. And dude, it's that meme where it's like when someone has the exact same opinion as you, but they say it in an annoying way. So it's that stupid Homelander gif. That's me. Because all of this stuff is things I completely agree with, but it reeks of entitlement, and that's what pisses me off. It's like, it's not like I would appreciate, or I think you guys should. It's, you must release a serious, detailed developer letter that it contains an apology to the community. I want a handwritten note telling me, and I want you to kiss my fucking toes. Like, dude, come on. I hope I'm not the only one in reading it like this. And I really hope that I'm not like sounding crazy when I say this, because like, this isn't a request. This is what the game needs in order to survive. Like, come on, man. It's so I don't know. Like I said, the word I could just come up with is entitlement. You could have worded this so much better. You could have just like deleted half of the words that you said that I don't know. Like, okay. We're gonna take a quick second. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at Chippy real quick. Feedback for Season 2 for Gekishin Squadra. I would like to share some constructive feedback based on the current state of Season 2. I hope this helps improve the experience for players and supports the growth of the game. Matchmaking issues. The main issue in Season 2 is the matchmaking. It often fails to find matches, turning the game into a lobby simulator. Please address this as soon as possible. It is currently the biggest problem the game is facing this season. Stellar Collection rework. Character and Zenny acquisition. The current collection system is not well designed. It needs a full rework or a completely new method of obtaining characters and rewards. Progression feels inconsistent and unrewarding in its current state. Penalty system for dodging. In Season 2, you introduced new penalties for players who left matches, but nothing really changed. People continue to dodge, especially considering how long matchmaking takes. Often, you finally get a match to be paired with players who immediately quit to avoid losing ranks. The system needs improvements to actually discourage dodging. 4. Season reward improvements. It would be great to improve the overall season rewards. Players who reach rank S should also receive exclusive rewards, such as special ranking only skins, capsules, or any unique items that give players a reason to keep playing standard matches. Right now, once players reach rank A, many stop playing because there aren't meaningful rewards to motivate them to continue. Adding better incentives for higher rankings would greatly increase engagement throughout the entire season. Buffs and nerfs. Buffs needed. 18 needs some improvements. She is too weak compared to other DPS characters. Deborah, even after his recent buffs, he still has no real relevance and remains far behind other DPS options. Baby is significantly weaker than other tanks and is often forgotten unless played in specific draws. Cell, his early game suffers due to his very low HP. Trunks, same problem as Cell. His early game is too rough because of his low HP. Topo, compared to other paid characters, is currently the weakest. He needs a significant rework to his kit, especially his H1 and H2 abilities. They feel underwhelming or underpowered and do not match the effectiveness of other characters in the category. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, a small buff to the H1. I'm not sure what H1 is. Is it just skill 1 that they're talking about? I believe so. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, nerfs needed. His H2 and H3 cooldowns need to be nerfed. They recharge too quickly and make the character unbalanced. I think, honestly, what they need to do is not only increase the cooldowns, but they also need to have it where the stuns for some of him are like the the stun duration needs to be decreased, and like the overall health that Vegeta gets also needs to be decreased as well, and he needs to lose that that thing where he just gets where he's like immune to like knockback and not a knockback, but like immune to like everything CC wise. Lastly, the game needs more promotion. The player base is too small for a game with such great potential. It'd be a shame for players to leave because of issues that can be fixed with better visibility and improvements. The community could grow much more. Despite the issues mentioned, the game has tremendous potential and players want to see it succeed. Addressing matchmaking, progression, penalties, balance, and visibility would greatly improve the overall experience. Thank you for your work, and I hope this feedback helps improve the game forward. 7. Additional suggestions. Add Kid Buu as a playable character. Lastly, it would be amazing to see Kid Buu as a playable character in the future update. He's a fan favorite and will bring a lot of excitement to the roster. Okay. So, remember how we said we were going to be taking a break? I'm going to look at this guy's feedback. Remember how we were talking about how we needed to take a break real quick? Let's go ahead and compare these two, right? This person is actively talking about the feedback that they want, and they're doing it in a respectful manner, and they are doing it in not only a constructive criticism way, but they are talking about the frustrations that they've had just in general as well, but making it where it is not a attack on the developers. They are saying that the matchmaking issue is turning the game into a lobby simulator, but at the same time they want it to be addressed, and they think that it is the biggest problem. They talk about how the star collection system needs a rework and how it can feel inconsistent and unrewarding. But you have you noticed how they still thanked the person at the end? Have you noticed that they said that they want the game to grow, and they think that with some of these fixes that the game could get even better, and that they would want the overall experience of the game to get better, that they thank you for their work and they hope this feedback improves the game moving forward? Now compare that to this message where it's this isn't a request, this is what the game needs in order to survive. And again, that's where it comes to in the end of the day. I give this person who has talked about this a round of applause. You are the GOAT. I really do appreciate this message, and you clearly put in a lot of work, and I hope that your feedback is listened to. And I would actually go ahead and recommend that you guys just go into the submitted game feedback section and find this user and go ahead and thumbs up, because I think that they give tons of great feedback, right? Like, I think that this is definitely one that deserves a lot of recognition for sure. This one gets the big thumbs up from Mike approval. It's kind, it's courteous, it is constructive, and it's the perfect kind of message, honestly. Like, this is why the feedback section was made. This is funny because I looked at this when I was making my star collection system video. Please rework the star collection system, make characters free, make new maps, more penalizations for people who dodge, make the updates be more meaningful. This game was great, and with just a few more things, it will shine a lot. Again, just another overall good feedback. Talks about things that they would like to see. Talks about the fact that they love the game and that they think it is great and they want things to be improved. And it doesn't sound like they hate the game and everything about it. May I please get set up with teammates that actually want to play the game? This random queuing into downright no one playing or throwing games is ruining it. I can't rank up points because people/bots aren't coming to the party. It's truly frustrating, and it's not going to be better by the look of this. Thankfully, there is a looking for group channel inside of this chat. So if you ever have someone who you ever have a time where you just aren't able to find people, there's always the channels and roles at the top of the server. You can go ahead and click that and add your server that you are trying to find. So because I was in the North American side, I can just go ahead and click that, and I'll just be fine looking for it like that. Consider changing how Baby's passive works. Doesn't work as intended. Sometimes it works with delay, making you waste time while casting skills, making the finisher a problem with him. More a downside than a proper passive. And early you might lose a battle because you are possessing an enemy because the animation is extremely long. The enemy respawn is extremely short, and meanwhile your main carry, it's probably fighting the other tank alone or a carry. This is very true. I think that baby needs to be changed because of this. Like, dude, it has been like one play, and that's it, of in the entire world of baby doing the possession and actually doing something meaningful. It is not good. Make the 700 gem pack restock every new season so it's cheaper to buy. Oh yes, I thought it was gonna restock at like every single season. It did not, and I was so sad because of that. Hey team, firstly, I want to say I genuinely enjoy this game mainly because of the IP. It's got me into MOBAs. As someone who would consider themselves a casual gamer who plays on mobile, please consider for the future of a solos only matchmaking option. I cannot explain to you how infuriating it is with my limited time to play games to come up with against stacks that are quite clearly more advanced and meta attuned to the game than I am, especially if there are bots on teams. Please consider for the casual solo players where games ending in 5 minutes don't Please consider for the casual solo players where games ending in 5 minutes because of stacks don't absolutely demoralize players like myself. Thank you all sincerely for your efforts in hearing out of the community. Another good feedback. I do think that some other stuff should be like fixed first, but I do still think that overall this is a very good message, I would say. Like, it's just worded very well. Remove fighting 4 stacks as solo queue. This shouldn't be a thing. Again, while there are things that need to be addressed first that are keeping play, because the issue that people would run into right now is if they only made a solo queue option, people who want to play in teams would be very upset because they can only play in teams, and if they want to find other teams, that's completely fine. But people who are only trying to solo queue, trying to only find other solo queuing players, because of the fact that the star collection system and the free-to-play choices of characters and just like some slight missteps from the devs here and there are pushing people away, those things need to be addressed first, and then I think they should add the solo queue option, right? Because you're just going to be stuck in like a queue for 10 years if that is a thing. Chip damage to God of Destruction towers needs to be reduced greatly, capped, or not be able to destroy God of Destruction or towers. The reason it is in the game is a good one, so teams can't turtle the last tower and nobody can win, but the level of value you get from not completing a Gekishin burst is too much. It's to the point where defending a god feels bad because in most cases you are doing everything you can to defend, but it is impossible to stop the damage to your god. I think this is always going to be a tough issue to tackle because chipping should exist to some extent. I think it is a necessary evil because yes, if you have it where the teams just turtle under tower the entire time, it would be annoying as hell. But it also shouldn't be to the extent that it is now, where you can have like a half health tower and you're like, damn, the game's over, I lost, because chipping exists and all of the team is going to push in and chip, you know. That is where we're at now, you know. I've talked about it with Mananas, but what I think would be really nice is if you can only chip to whatever the boss would be able to kill at, you know. So like you can only chip tower until it's a fourth of its health bar, and then you have to do the regular Gekishin burst, or you have to kill boss. I think that would be a pretty decent mechanic. Mananos was giving suggestions of having it where chipping was reduced by over 50% damage, or it was like 50% damage if there isn't an ally next to you to help you with said chipping, and make it where it's like you're not allowed to backdoor as much. But I don't know, where do you guys stand with that one? Like I said, it is pretty hard to say what should happen because of it. Please make it so that the new way of saving divine cards before a game doesn't reset to the default one each time we change a character. This is a nice added feature, but it just needs this improvement to be perfect. It's very true. I love losing 30 ranking points for the game crashing more times than I can count. Nice to see the issues were taken into consideration. Again, this is just a dev oversight. I think it's something to do with the medical respawn. They need to bug fix that like immediately though. Here are some feedback to make the game better. General rewards system suggestions. Increase level of battle pass to 70. This is max level of other games, and 7 is a key number in the Dragon Ball series. But rewards such as any and free pass and if additional pass levels are made, as well as premium pass 51 to 70 should alternate Zenny and SG capsules. Additionally, BP levels are ideal because BP missions are for 8 weeks, but you get to complete the entire thing at week 5. This is so true. So there is no incentive to complete the BP gems, or sorry, BP missions unless for weekly rewards that give 10 gems. Introduce hero shards in the battle pass either in the blank free pass slots or replace the trash G capsules with them. Get an X amount of hero shards, say 20, to craft a hero of a certain tier. In my video, I suggested tier 2 if generous, tier 1 shards for free pass, and tier 1 at bare minimum, or current season hero shards for premium pass, which will make a hero unlocking much easier. Star grade needs a lot of work. One suggestion I made was consolidated hero tiers. If you reach a certain tier, grade in the star path, you can unlock heroes in the tier plus all heroes below. That example is if you are tier 2, you can unlock all in tier 2, 3, and 4 heroes. Of course, on tier 1, you can unlock 1, 2, 3, 4, and this way, if a hero moves down a tier, you can still get a chance to unlock it. The hero you missed. In my case, I locked out of Bojack because I didn't get him when he was tier 3 and moved to tier 4. And since I don't have any tier 4 unlocks, I am left at the moment locked out of him. Top suggestion: focused hero capsules should be on sale periodically for old heroes for us to have the chance to get emotes that were retired. Spaceship Goku and Drone Training Vegeta. True. Something I would this like is a really good change though, having it where like tier 2 can get 2, 3, or 4. That would stop it from being able to get it in the future. What I would also suggest is just having it where every single season there is one character of every tier inside of the battle pass. So like you can get a tier 4, 3, 2, and 1 all in the battle pass at like tier 10, 20, 30, 40. So like tier 10 is tier 4 of a character, or level 20 of the battle pass is a tier 3 character, and so on and so forth. But that's just me. Again, if they don't want to make it like where you get just every single character for free, I wouldn't mind if it was something like that instead. Remove bots in the game from the entirety. It would be much better to queue for a longer time. I've so agreed with this since day one. Okay, I kept reading and I kept seeing the same name, and it got me a little. We'll finish off on this one because I don't think I can read anymore after this. Game has a loving and willing fan base. Why ruin not only our happiness but your own as well? Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. I want to preface this will sound whiny, complaining because I was responding on Reddit. But user said everything I would have said very clearly and maturely, but still copy pasting for ideas and context. We aren't asking for much. We're asking for us to be respected. At least feel like you care about the game and that it's worth our time. Happy customers equals longevity. Unhappy equals doomed timeline. Someone on Reddit said should have made new character season pass rewards. Copy pasting my replies. For real. Or making it like a small chance to get shards to unlock them to begin with. Doesn't have to be high, but like eventually, like I don't know, 100 shards to be unlocked initially. Could be shitty, like 1 every 10 matches or so. Whatever, not worse than that though. Similar to the grind for bonus any, since we will have to grind that anyways. Like people will do fill/roll to get 1. So 100 games we will get the character, or 2 if we win, or something like 50 games. Not bad considering we get like 3 characters every time. And the star collection, I don't know, man, felt like I should wait and save up, but you needed to collect more heroes so you can level up more heroes. This is very true. They gotta make it grindable, like how I commented in a reply where else in here, and or preferably, and give one of the new characters from previous season at the start of the new one, because our collection is almost mute at this point. Need characters to get levels to get more current characters. And at the end of season 1, at the end of season, get one character, the current new ones, aka started in the new season. So like get one character for free or put into the battle pass. I've heard that people don't want characters to be put into the battle pass because of like Overwatch and stuff, but I don't know, anything will be better than what we have now. Like we get the grind in both scenarios, but it isn't instant, but the rewards die hard fans because yay, added to the Star Question, boo, they are all tier 1, which makes sense, but doesn't from a day 1 player perspective almost punish. It's pretty much like a no game changer at all. Even tie it to the rank as a bonus. Get C rank or B rank, get one from grinding, like say even as bad as the bonus mission one shard every 3 game, 3 for bonus, or 1 bonus. That's the 100 games at least. So dude, no offense to this guy, I cannot read this. Like it's too much. It's too much for my eyes. It's very not feast and it's all famine. But yeah, make it to the grind where we suffer to put on, try to get to the extra mile so we can change like a constant slap in face to, because what, you don't want a game that goes a long time. And I don't know how the dedicated customers and whales continuing putting time in because they love it. Guess they don't actually care about money, maybe just torture, because they just want to say drama lovers who sometimes putting it short. Why not make it everyone at least a chance of happiness? It's easier to work together than to people out. Once believe, let's all collectively get out of the way of our way of happiness. This game, the player base leaders have something amazing. I just can't understand why it has to rot and be poor doomed version of itself. Heroes unite. Not that they aren't perfect games. They can do. Created a Twitch capsules. Created a dynasty. Song in the past when still play it, not as much, but considering how long it's been out. But it gives, I think it says something to its legacy. Matchmaking, which is no go in the general to the mass. Gamers are just so much better at keeping players up to date. New players able to pursue and feeling relevant without destroying or taking advantage of consumers who might be bigger as a child players. There's mandatory, but if you did your best and only participate, you could be competitive if it was your goal. Gotcha game. Well, the game was never meant to be competitive. They've said it was only supposed to be a casual game. League is the MOBA and perhaps will at least having the legacy of the definitive face of the genre, yet somehow y'all grab the worst parts of both genres and use the worst mindsets, tactics, and recently trope in moments is okayish prices perhaps, but have the premium currency so sparse, but also somehow made the free currency also non-existent. Travels and also made having the character resources currency being not only okay for 5 level 5 to 6. So dude, like oh my god, it's so much to read, man. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to move past that one. I just cannot I can't respond to that. We'll read these last 2 ones. Fix error code 0. I love MOBA games. Yes, I feel like a lot of errors do definitely need to be fixed. Party matchmaking. If I play with a friend, I get matched up with the full team party. Doesn't matter if we play perfectly in that match. At some points, they will start going 4v4 versus 1 or 4 versus 2 and win. My suggestion I do is decrease max number of a party to 3 so they can't go full team. Or let me play against a party that has 2 members as me as well. This is always the better option. Please never ever please make it where it's like this. There are people who want to play with teams, and I think that you should not remove a mechanic to when easily a new mechanic could just be added. So matchmaking, really at B ranks, you devs still fill up teams with bots. We prefer a longer matchmaking if it's required to play with bots. This is true. Bots, the AI really sucks. They fight without using CL. If they do, you can clearly see it's totally random. They attack towers and enemies are by the way, they attack towers before. So if enemies are one shot, they never chase them. I continue for days, just make them smarter, stronger, and less brainless. No, just remove bots. Like there's no reason why they should have bots at all. Game has a loving and willing fan base. Why? Oh no, we already talked about that. All right, well we'll use this one. Cell buff. Remove his first form. His first form is really weak compared to every other tank in the game. Simmer's slow, he's in tanking, so make him start with perfect form, that way he can... No, like they shouldn't do that. I think what they just need to do is make it where he gets bioenergy a little bit quicker from minions. He needs to get bioenergy more from minions, and then have it where he just has like a little bit of more HP than usual. And I think that would kind of fix him. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and stop there. I know this is a little bit of a shorter one, but thank you all for watching. Please have a great year. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.